Hello. Good afternoon. We'll do a couple of hours of stream today. We are continuing Dragons. I want to finish off the bestiary, then I'll move on. Maybe we'll be able to finish it in the 2 hours today. I'm going to see. Should be pretty close. And then after that, it'll be Bull Tours whenever we do the next stream. Probably in a couple of days. No supply. Yeah, I'll be needing supplies. Solo Dragons? Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course, Kieran. I've been smashing them for a few days now. And I think we will probably get started, actually. Hey, yo. Hey, Rubinauts. All right. We've got... hang on a minute. This was supposed to be free now. I have it for an hour. Well, this is weird. They're hunting here without a claim. Let's just wait for a minute. Well, I have a claim starting in 7 minutes, but there's nobody else here, so I assumed it was free. Guess we may have to wait 6 or 7 minutes for them to finish then. Unlucky. Kind of strange, but whatever. I'm afraid this means we'll have to wait for another 6-7 minutes or so before we can get started. And then we'll be doing an hour of the base floor, the better one. And then after that, we'll do an hour of the boss floor. Is Tibia Vision legit? Yeah, I'm using Tibia Vision. I think it's fine. I like using it. I've locked praise for a few days until I want to finish the bestiary. I figured I may as well. I rolled 2 of these for free, so I figured I may as well just keep them, making it a little easier. Once I do the bestiary fully and I want to record and test the place for like a hunting guide, I'll obviously remove the praise. And levels. Do we have duo in 10 levels? Oh, very cool. Is Podzilla Quarras a duo or a team hunt spot? Don't they have like some chain mechanic or something? I've never been there. Ushatek with a 3-month Prime sub. Thank you. Thank you. Shema. Only charm we can duo. Rubenos? Yeah, maybe. All right, 4 more minutes. Damn it, I was sure. I started the stream early because there was nobody in the booking. The Discord bot was free. There was nobody there. So like, all right, let's go. It's 10 minutes till my claim, so I'll just go in and we start. And of course, there's like guys hunting without a claim. Annoying, but oh well. It is what it is. Oh. Yeah, we can. I mean, I have Quaras on my list to try anyway. Podzilla Quaras. Loads of people have been asking me to do it. I feel like it's a death sentence going there solo, but yeah, maybe we can try duo just to sort of kickstart it and see how it goes, and then maybe I'll be able to do solo there at some point. We'll have to see. Two and a half minutes. I'm going in guns blazing. Ooh, should have a fist skill up soon. 2% to 114. Have a look how I'm doing in Drome. Drome score. I'm really annoyed about this, by the way, because I didn't really think of this before the monk was released, but I really want to be like top 1 here. I think I should aim for it, but I skipped like the first 3 rotations. So I'm like way back. I didn't bother with it to start with, but I wish I did. I am getting like the highest I think I am getting the highest Drome score basically across all game modes every 2 weeks now that I do it. So I am slowly creeping up the ranks, but I think to catch up another 142 score that I'm missing, it's gonna take me like a year of climbing. So I hope I will get there. I hope I'll get top 1 eventually, but I wish I didn't skip the first 3 rotations, because if I didn't, I'd definitely be top 1 worldwide for the Drome score. Unlucky. Come on, Eva. All right, just before we start then, I do have 2 charms. I do have 2 charms now. Unlock Low Blow and Savage Blow on Dragalisks and War Dragons. And I also have minor charms. I have Vampiric Embrace, Void Skull, and Cleanse on the Mega Dragons. And yeah, and we still need 500 Mega Dragons for the major charm on this one. And then we'll basically be done, and then I'll be able to test what results you can do here without praise. All right. So, like I said, we have an hour here. Like it's all kind of killed through, so let me just run through to where it's not killed. All right, I think we'll probably be able to start maybe from this room. All right, here we go. So I haven't hunted this floor too much because this one's like always taken. So I don't have like a super optimized path, but we'll try. We'll do our best. When I hunt the boss floor now, I've maximized it. I've optimized it a fair bit with a couple of damage sprays. I was doing 9.2 raw there without charms. So hopefully, what do we have now? Well, I guess our praise will reroll any second now. So maybe we'll wait. We'll wait till the praise reroll to see what we're going to be able to do. But I would hope we'll be able to do at least 8.5 raw on this floor, depending on what praise we roll. Should be doable. I'm keeping all the praise other than loot praise. So I'll keep rerolls into EXP, damage, or death. But I don't keep their loot. I don't care about the loot at all. So we'll roll off those if I get those, obviously. Would Carnage be good for a ED? No, it wouldn't. Carnage is not a very good charm, and it's certainly not a good charm in a spot where you're kiting actively like this. Carnage maybe has like an odd use case when the monsters are very boxed in, because the explosion of Carnage is very, very small. So you need to have monsters close together. In a place like this, where you are kiting permanently, even if the Carnage triggers, which it triggers very rarely, it's not even going to really hit anything because all the monsters are constantly moving and not close enough. And anyway, Carnage, not good. Not good. How much is my equipment worth at the moment? I mean, ignoring the tiered legs, because I don't think we want to be. I mean, I paid like extra 200kk for the legs. You know what? It's not worth that much because the sanguine pieces for the monk are quite cheap, because there's not that many level 600 monks. Like on Antica, the sanguine claw, the weapon, is selling for like 40-50kk, which is basically nothing. And the legs are only around like 90 to 100kk as well. Whereas if you compare it like a paladin or an EK, you know, their sanguine weapons and sanguine legs cost like 300kk each. So this once you play a monk and you've got the sanguine set, level 600 plus stuff, it's actually not very expensive. The monk's gear that's expensive is the sort of mid-level stuff. You know, the mutant high trousers, the demon mengu. The soul Kamas, obviously very expensive. Just the soul pieces are pretty expensive. But anyway, to actually answer your question, I think 300, I don't know, maybe 700kk, excluding the tiering of the legs. So it's not like outrageously expensive anymore. It's when you're lower level where the equipment is quite expensive on the monk. Yeah, the Soul Kamas is... What is the Soul Kamas price these days? Does anyone know? Because, I mean, at its peak, I know it was like 17k, 20k TC. It's just insane. But I think it's gone down now, right? I feel like it's not as expensive as it was, but I haven't really followed the prices. I imagine it's what? Maybe 400kk now? 500 tops? Probably not more. Although, I don't know. It is slowly dropping. Yeah. As expected, to be honest. A lot of the early Soul Kamasses would now be, you know, offset by the people who have hit level 600. So they don't need the Soul Kamas as much. What did we reroll? Loot. Don't want it. Death Prey again. Okay, fine, whatever. We've got another Death Prey on Mega Dragon. Not great. Not terrible. $700 was the peak. Okay, and Tibia coins at that point were about 37k, so that would have been like what, 18, 19 KTC? Mental. Oh, 700 now? Really? Really? Still? No, I don't. I've never heard about them peaking at 1kk. What level can RPs hunt here? I don't know. I imagine like 700-800 an RP could probably manage. I don't know how good it would be. I think 800 to be safe. So obviously a little higher than the monk, but the monk is pretty good in this spot. I mean, the earth weapon is very, very nice. One KKK for Soul Kamas, really? I don't know. Will MS or ED be just as good on this level? No. On this level, the monk is still better. MS ED is maybe maybe like level 1k is the same as a monk, and then they scale better over time. I don't think I don't know if a 600 mage could hunt here. Like, maybe if they really got hands and they really know what they're doing, then probably, but your HP pool is a little on the low end for this place as a mage on level 600. It's doable. Add with praise. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'll be doing my mage content in not too distant future. So we will check this place out eventually on a mage as well, and we'll see how doable it is. I imagine the results are probably not quite as good as on the monk. I'd be surprised anyway. Okay. I think I have a couple of adjustments to make with my lap. I'm realizing like this is a very long, big lap, so I'm not going to be running out of respawn. There's a couple of worse pulls that I can skip. I think that we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that this lap. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough for the Soul Kamas. Kind of tempted to sell mine then, to be honest. I'm not using it very much. Is Virtue of Harmony better? Yes. So Virtue of Harmony for any sort of hunting is better. I still use Virtue of Justice for bossing. So if I'm doing a quick boss run, like mini bosses, if I'm doing Mitmar, Tamira, Oberon and stuff, I do still use Virtue of Justice, just because the rotation and stuff is really awkward without Virtue of Justice when doing bossing, because the single target spender has a 24-second cooldown. So without it, if you're in Harmony, you don't actually get it every 2 turns, and it kind of messes up your rotation and stuff. So I do just go Virtue of Justice when doing bosses. Otherwise, I just use Virtue of Harmony everywhere. Yeah. Even in Drome, which historically when I first started Drome, Virtue of Justice was much better for Drome. But now I even use Virtue of Harmony for Drome as well, even if it's only like a few creatures. The damage from the spenders is too good. And Chain Pennant's too weak to be worth it. Yeah, I mean, Soul Kamas is incredible. It's at level 400. It's like it opens up so many amazing respawns and so many profit places. But now that I'm 600 and I have the Sanguine Claws and so many places where I just use the Sanguine Claws, it's kind of tempting to sell off the Soul Kamas for a few months, especially if I'm planning to be doing some mage content and stuff. So I guess I won't be playing the monk as much. Maybe it really makes sense to sell off the Soul Kamas. How much did you pay for your Kamas? 265 KK at the time. That was when there was like, I don't even know if there was a single level 400. Oh, somebody died there. Unlucky. That was before even a single level 400 monk was in the game, I think. So basically there was like no real demand for them yet. They were still rare, but like nobody was yet buying them. So I was able to, get it for what turns out to be a very good price. At the time, it was like, it's a little expensive, but now I could sell it for triple that. So good business. Oh, another prey reroll. Let's have a look what we got there. Another loot prey. What? Cough. I don't want no stinking loot prey. Damage prey. All right, here we go. Now we have 2 damage preys. We have a 2 damage preys and 1 defense prey. So with that, plus 2 charms, we should maybe be pushing peaks of 9 KK raw. We'll see. Maybe if we get the lucky avatar proc or so, I do think peaks of 9 KK raw should be possible. Ty mnie rozumiesz? Siema, Bartłomiej. Yes, I understand you, but I didn't see any other messages. Fewer people are playing Monk? I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I think people who have given the Monk a try and have actually got him as far as level 400 or so probably enjoy the playstyle. I mean, I think it's a very nice playstyle, so I'd be surprised if people played Monk a lot and then went back to other vocations, because honestly, other vocations don't feel as good. All right, so my first adjustment will be skipping the room to the right from here. I don't like that room as much, and potentially skipping the room to the north here as well. So instead of going up to the north there and then backtracking, I'll just go to the left here. And I think this may be better. I don't think I need that respawn. Well, let's see. We'll see how the experience goes. Yes, I stream in English, yes. For a large number of reasons. Yeah, I think the EK is almost always weaker than the Monk. I don't really know that there's many. There's like a couple of places, obviously, where the EK is better than the Monk, like, you know, Summer Court or like Sphinxes or like Pumin, you know, in Faroon Brass and stuff, or like Dark Torturer Seal, anywhere where like Ice Weapon is really good as well. But generally speaking, I think Monk is like kind of like a better EK when it comes to solo play anyway. Obviously the Monk, the EK is necessary for team hunts though, which can't be said about the Monk. Did we have 9 KK raw? I didn't even see. Let's see after this pull, maybe. In your opinion, what's the best vocation to farm nowadays? I think it's the Monk, to be honest. Because you can start farming very well while doing good experience very early on. Like, if you were creating a new character for farming, I would definitely... there we go, 9.1 KK raw. Very good. If I was creating a new character for farming, I would definitely start with the Monk, because with other vocations, you know, once you hit like that sort of upper mid level, you can farm just as well. But the problem is you don't make anywhere near as much profit in, say, this like level 200 to level 600 range, right? The Monk, some of the best respawns for the Monk while he goes through that mid level are also very profitable. Whereas, you know, for all the other vocations, not so much. If you want a PG on every other vocation to get to the level range where you're making great profits, you're not going to be profiting that much. It's not the same for the Monk, though, in my opinion. So, yes, I think generally, if you want to be, you know, a gold farmer, then going with Monk is probably your best bet, especially if you're starting from scratch. If you want to buy a character on Bazaar for gold farming, then probably going for like a Paladin 1k plus is better. But generally speaking, yeah, like I say, early level from scratch, Monk makes more sense, in my opinion. Nice, 9kk raw, indeed, indeed, indeed. And this is still in a fairly unoptimized route, I think. And not a single avatar proc, actually, either, so it's not due to avatar. This bloody avatar thing is a scam, let me tell you. I never get anything good from it. Clearly, I just need to invest into TF5 legs, right? Then it'll be worth it, I'm sure. 9.3kk raw. I reckon with a triple damage prey, and full charms, I'm definitely gonna be cracking 10k. Oh, here's an avatar, and you know what? This one's not too bad. Oh god, I just destroyed them. Yeah, that one was pretty good. See, I just need to complain. And 9.5kk raw. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good. Rubenos, stay out of his Puman. Yeah, unfortunate. I will be going back to Puman at some point. Because that is the place where... Oh, I went the wrong way, sorry. I should go to the left here. That is the only place where I can do Hands of the Cursed Fate Bestiary, which I will want to do at some point when I'm desperate. But yeah, I'll be staying out of Puman for a little while. It's not that fun for the monk. Once I have Fatal Hold, I think, on the hands, it's probably going to be okay. But it's pretty miserable when I don't have Fatal Hold. Human will be closed in 1.5 weeks. Oh, is it because it's Oktoberfest? And then it's that those 50% experience there. I don't care. Like, I don't have to do it in a week and a half. I'm not in a rush. If anything, I wasn't planning to do it for a couple of months or so. Oh, right, okay, Rubenos. Well, I guess I'll just fight you for the booking on the bot. We'll see who's got faster capture reading skills. Unless you've got the advanced booking thingy. I don't know what your rank is in Rebels. Hey, Quinn. Hey, Quinn. Are you not part of Rebels, Rubenos? I don't even know. I assume everybody who plays on Nevi is part of Rebels. Special friend rank. Just like me then. Special relationship. Good roll, bro. Yeah, finally doing some decent experience. All I needed is a couple of damage praise to finally stop sucking. I do think damage praise are cheating as well, chatter. Believe me, I'm not a damage prey enjoyer generally, but I did want to do the bestiary here, and I was planning to hunt here for quite a bit. And I rolled 2 praise for free, so I figured, you know what, I'll just pay 5 cards for the third one that I was missing, which was Dragonless, and stay here for like a few days straight, just finish the bestiary in full, and then I'll roll off the praise. And then I'll do testing without praise to see what I can do. If I had to guess, based on my experience so far, once I have full charms here and no praise, I expect that the boss floor, so the floor 1 above here, is about 8kk raw without praise, and this floor here is somewhere between 8.5, like maybe 9 if you play really well at this level. So obviously very good still. And with triple damage prey, yeah, I think you can crack over 10kk raw on both floors. But Who's got the money for that? Did you forget boost? Shit, I did as well. Good guy, Quinn. Thank you. Did you Drome already? No, I do Drome. I do my Drome usually like a couple of days before the deadline, because you know if I get like 1-2 levels a day, then you know 10 days make a difference, right? So I do it like a day or two before the deadline so that I have the highest possible level for highest possible wave. So no, I won't be doing it for another 10-11 days or so. I keep ending just outside of top 5 recently, which is it's a little bit annoying. Like last, not this rotation just now, I think I finished rank 7, maybe. And the one before that, I finished rank 6. So I'm keep missing out on the triple potion, unfortunately. That was another okay avatar there. Hey Tiger, did you get something nice from the last one? Nope. Got utter garbage. Well, I got strike enhancement, so the one that increases your crits, and I got the one which gives you extra earth protection. The strike enhancement I think is like 1-ish KK, and the strike and the earth protection is literally like 200k. So my 2 potions are worth a total of like 1.5 KK or something. So pretty sad, to be honest. But it is what it is. Still a little bit of money, right? I mean, I checked, and doing a quick Drome run takes about 20 to 25 minutes for me to do 10 waves or whatever it is, usually. So, you know, getting like 1 KK guaranteed with a potential upside of multiple KKs is still, you know, still obviously worth it to do, even if you get pretty garbage potions. Nope. Finally got rid of my 10 stamina potions. Well, presumably you didn't use them because you don't hunt, do you, Tiger? So did you finally sell them? Did you get a good price? Is there any benefit on doing Drome if you're low level? I mean, you still have a chance to get a potion, so it's not terrible. And also, you after a certain amount of points, you do get a guaranteed potion that you can exchange. So I don't know, and it's also just kind of good practice. I think it's I don't think I would be doing like Drome on 10 different characters like people do it. I think it's just too boring for me. But doing it on like your main character, even if it's fairly low level, I think is not a terrible idea. Strike enhancement for fun. I've never used it, but yeah, it does sound fun. Does it? What does the strike enhancement give you? Is it plus 10% crit chance? Or is it something else? Is it plus 5? Drome on 25 characters. Yeah, I know. People do it though. It's insane. They just do 1 wave. Quickly. Even so though, horrible. Plus 5%. Okay. So theoretically, I have, you know, on proficiency, on another avatar, on proficiency 7, Sanguine Claws, you have 12% base crit, plus 8% from low blow, plus 5% from strike enhancement. That's 25 base crit chance on some monster. And you even have like plus 3% crit chance on sweep and takedown that you can do in the proficiency tree. So you could have 28% crit chance on your best ability on the monk with strike enhancement. That would be quite fun to see. We may do that at some point. Have you tried Azalon -2 yet? I have not. I did a team hunt there. Would it be solo huntable? I guess it will be solo huntable at some level. 600 feels a little low. No? Really? You will chill there? Okay. I guess we're gonna be trying Azalon then at some point. Why not? Hey, Kusnier, 6% damage on chain penance better than one fist fighting. Oh, you're talking about the helmets, aren't you? Yeah, I think 6% base damage on chain penance is better than one fist, but generally comes down to having a 2 imbuement helmet, which would be plus 3 fist, right? Because you have that second fist imbuement. But generally speaking, if you're only going to have 1 imbuement in your helmet, then yes, using the level 70 helmet with base damage to chain penance is the best one. Okay, we got another reroll. Now we got a death prey on the Dragon Lisk instead of damage prey. So the experience is going to go down now because we've just substituted a damage prey or a defense prey. So we're going to be doing less damage, but it should be extremely easy now with a double defense prey. We should be chilling. 0 supplies, maybe. If I wanted to, mate, with full charms and 3 defense prays, I could probably do 0 supply here. That would be a good video, wouldn't it? Are you watching PoE 2 reveal today? Oh, is it today? You know what? Maybe. The problem is I'm not actually going to be home for when it launches, so I don't want to get myself too hyped, you know? I'll be disappointed if it's too hype. I'm away with the family. Or we're going to like a spa hotel, swimming pool, saunas, jacuzzis, all that kind of stuff for that particular weekend when PoE 2 thingy launches, you know, late August. But whatever. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I didn't actually realize it was today, Quinn, so thank you, number 2, for a reminder. First about the EXP boost, now about the reveal stream. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. But I probably won't play that much. The profit here is also kind of insane, right? Considering, oh, Avatar. The profit here is also kind of insane considering how good the experience is, right? We're looking at 1.4k profit at the moment while doing absolutely sick experience. What do you think about PoE 2? Love it. I do think it needs a little work still, but I mean, it is early access still. But I do think that, you know, a year, 2 years from now, is going to be one of the better games on the market. And I do need to commit a little bit more time to playing PoE 2, I think. I've been a bit bad about it recently, so I probably will. I will want to create a character in this new patch and take it to endgame. Probably a druid. Apparently a druid class has been added, so I'll probably play a druid. some sort of summoner with like wolves and bears and stuff. You're supposed to send family on vacation for PoE weekend. Ah, if only. I booked the vacation though before I knew it was going to be a PoE weekend. So unless I mysteriously get sick for that weekend, I don't think I can get out of it. It already is? Yeah, it is. But it's still, it definitely has things to improve on. I do have a couple of weeks off work in late September. So I guess that'll be like 3 weeks into the PoE 2 league, right? So I guess I'll play it a fair amount then. Probably stream some of it then as well. There's only so much Tibia I can play. Would you swap a Jade Legs T0 for Legs of Wisdom T1? Currently Monk 370. No. I would probably be using Dwarven Legs. Like, I would probably go for like Dwarven Legs T1, Tier 2. And that's what I'd use. I don't think I'd be using Jade Legs anyway. Yeah, tier up Dwarven Legs and just use that, I think. God, the sweeping takedown crits are so mental. I love this Vocation, dude. It's so fun. Venetu!
Keep nerfing and blame Kusnier.
Sorry, I kind of talked over that. Thank you, Venetu. Always with the blame. I'm just playing the game, bro. Blame Tipsoft. Blame Tipsoft's QA department. Oh wait, that doesn't exist. Experience is definitely dropping without the damage prey, but it is very easy. He says as gets himself trapped and drops to low yellow. Of course. I'm the QA department. Sometimes feels that way. I don't do that much testing, you know. I just hunt. There's a lot more people in my Discord server who do the testing and the number crunching and stuff. I've done one test on the Monk to verify something. That was that I don't actually know of anybody else who's done it, and that was to work out the way base damage on sweep and takedown increases, so from the gem and from the proficiency tree, how that interacts with harmony, whether it's like additive, multiplicative. It was important to work it out because it was very important to decide whether the base damage increase to sweep and takedown was actually a good gem or a bad gem. And the TLDR is that it is actually good because it works multiplicatively, so it actually multiplies all the harmony scaling as well. So yes, basically the base damage increase to sweep and takedown is pretty giga chad. So yeah, both in the tree and in the gems, that is likely what you want to be going for. And that is the exact gem I one-shot the very first time I opened a Greater Gem. So, yeah, opening Greater Gems is super easy. It's super cheap. I don't know why everybody doesn't have the best possible gems. Is the wheel chain spender any good? It is, but it's kind of hard to make it work. The main reason why I don't use it is because, like, I think the what's it called? Spiritual Outburst is likely the best theoretical wheel and ability. Like, if you played in like a perfect simulation where you had the perfect amount of creatures and perfect spell casting, perfect rotation, just absolutely amazing play, I think Spiritual Outburst is a little bit better. But that is very far from a realistic scenario because nobody plays like that. The circumstances of the hunt never really allow for that play anyway. So overall, I prefer using Ascetic still as my wheel. However, that will change when I hit level 750 or so. I don't know the exact level, depends on how many wheel points you have. But it's the level where you can have a Greater Gem and the tier 2 Chain Penance perk, which is in the Spiritual Outburst wheel. At that point, I will switch to using the Spiritual Outburst wheel, not because Spiritual Outburst is better than Ascetic, in my opinion, but because the Chain Penance tier 2 in the wheel is very good. Plus 18% base damage on Chain Penance. Very, very good. And it'll be interesting to see whether that makes Virtue of Justice be pretty good again. I wonder. I think probably not, but maybe. How bossing looks on solo monk? I mean, Oberon Dream to me, very good. Solo bossing for stuff like that, for like the sort of easy farmable bosses, it's excellent in my opinion. It's you know, it's not as good as on like a Paladin with Grand Con, but it's up there. It's very good, very comfortable, very easy. Paladin monk bossing becomes an issue when you start doing team bosses, which kind of have awkward mechanics for melee vocations. I don't remember anything from the top of my head now, but you know, vocations which don't want to have multiple bosses which don't want to have multiple melee melee characters. Those are tricky as a monk. For example, I don't know, just there is one of those grave bosses, right, with like the water elementals and fire elementals where it changes you and explodes and stuff. That one's, for example, awkward as a monk because, you know, you kind of don't want to be next to the EK and exploding into the EK all the time, stuff like that, right? It's kind of awkward. Everyone's supposed to be spread out. That's where the monk suffers, right? So for team bosses, the monk's sometimes kind of iffy because it's basically like a second EK and not every boss works with like a second EK. But solo bossing, like damage for solo bosses and survivability for solo bosses, I think is very good. I definitely don't think it's a problem to do the sort of standard solo bosses on the monk. At what level do you think paladins can start solo hunting at this place? I don't know what level they can start hunting here, but I expect that it's pretty good from around level 800 or so. I don't know if it's going to be worth it before then. Nope. Don't you think they should fix the basic chain spell to jump into next targets or rework something? Oh, here we go. Pretty good avatar, I think. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do a Fender. during this avatar, but it was still pretty good. I'm not sure what you want to change about the chain. Like, the only thing I would change, I still don't like the negative scaling. I mean, they've removed the negative scaling. They removed it from -9% to -3%. I still don't like it. I don't like punishing you for playing something well, right? Which is effectively what it is. You know, you target it very well, so it hits maximum number of targets, and then you kind of get punished for it, right? Because they deal less damage because of that. So I don't like that very much. And generally speaking, what I would like to change for chain spells is to increase the jump range a little bit. I think in like these crazy like running scenarios, it's too often that the chains, especially spiritual outburst, which has hits so many targets, too often like whiffs and doesn't deal its peak damage. So I would really love to see a change where the jump range of the chain spells is increased, just because it just feels much better. I just don't like, I try and shy away from game mechanics which make the player feel bad, right? I prefer mechanics that make the player feel good for doing something. If there's a certain way that makes players feel bad for doing something, I don't really like this kind of design. So I think the jump range should be a bit high. I would like to see that. You think at level 500 Monk will be good here with Cobra Bow? I think it's possible. I don't know if it's going to be good. It's going to be very risky, I think. I mean, keep in mind I've got 2 defense sprays now, which is why this is so damn easy. Won't be the case at level 500 with Cobra Bow with no defense sprays. Will you invest in momentum? Isn't better than transcendence? I don't think so. I think momentum is very good when you've got the spiritual outburst wheel. So momentum from, when you have the spiritual outburst wheel, it's going to be good. Will I invest in it? I don't know. I mean, I don't love Forge as a concept. I would invest in Forge big time if it wasn't linked to an item, but instead it was linked to equipment slot per character. So if I could like tier my helmet slot, and then whichever helmet I used, I would have the momentum bonus, then I would I would tier it. But I hate that you can have a new best in slot item come out and suddenly your Forge item is next to worthless or just loses massively in value. I don't like that. I don't think linking it to items was the right decision. Obviously that ship has sailed now and it's no going back, but that's why I'm kind of hesitant to invest into items which I don't know how long they're going to be best in slot. I didn't feel bad about investing in the legs because I think the legs will remain straight up best in slot for many years still. Same with the Sanguine Claw. I will tier the Sanguine Claw, but the helmet and the armor, I will probably wait until the next set of best in slot comes out for those, whenever that may be, I think. Where are you from? I'm Polish, but I did live in the UK for a very long time. Met my wife there. I do live back in Poland now, but I primarily work and talk in English to my wife, to my kids, etc., etc. So yeah, generally I prefer making content in English, but I am Polish, as is almost every other person in this game, at least on this server I play on. Probably a reason to sell Kamas as well. Yep. That I would definitely not tier Kamas. I do think that we're more likely to get a physical best in slot weapon. I think the Kamas may well be pretty good for a while yet. But still, I don't really want to tier it. Yeah, by the way, with 2 defense sprays, I think it's a 0 supply hunt. I don't think I'm using like any supplies. Constantly full mana. The supplies I've used so far were probably from before I had the double death ray. Yeah, I can do 0 supplies here with 2 death rays. Can I reset just supplies without supply analyzer without the hunt analyzer? Just to see. I think I can. Let's try. Alright, let's see how long we can hunt without supplies. Maybe I'll be using transcendence potions. Let's see if I can use not use supplies. Or potions, I should say. Let's not use potions for a little while. Still hold my 175k Kamas. Yeah. Yeah. I'm tempted to sell mine. Like I think I need to just place an open sell offer, and if somebody wants it, I'll sell it for a good price. I'm not really using it. I would like to do finish my Warzone 3 bestiary. I mean, I have a lot of those almost done, so I would like to do that, and that is definitely a Soul Kamas bestiary. I suppose I can just get like a cheap Rending Inferniarch weapon or something, right? Just for like if I'm really desperate to finish a bestiary, I'll be fine. Yep, definitely with a double defense prey, I can do a 0 supply hunt at the dragons. Still not used anything in like 5 minutes. Oh god. That means at a high enough level, it's definitely possible to do 0 supplies here. I think if by like level 1k, with even without any praise, I would be able to do 0 supplies here. Legit. Nice. This is still with just a proficiency 5 clause. I do have charms now, Mimo. I have low blow and savage blow now on war dragons and dragon lisks. I don't yet have charms on mega dragons though. Ah, shit. I pressed the hotkey button. No! I accidentally pressed my potion button supply. Ah. Oh, well. I didn't unmap it from my hotkeys. Never mind. Well, anyway, you can see that it's definitely going to be properly possible at some point. Currently possible with 2 defense praise. What do I think about Savage Blow? I definitely like Savage Blow, especially now that I have Transcendence. And definitely that I'm going to have a 12% crit chance on my weapon once I have Proficiency 7. Nah, these monsters have too little health for Savage Blow and Low Blow not to be worth it. I think, at least for the Monk, the cutoff for Low Blow, for crit charms versus Elemental charms is around like 8-9k health. Anything below that, it's better to use crit charms, which all those monsters have that little health. So on the Mega Dragon, I will use Elemental Charm just because I don't have 3 crit charms, obviously. They need to add a third charm, which is like a hybrid of Low Blow and Savage Blow. Oh, my monster just puffed, annoying. Which gives you like, instead of like 8% crit chance and 40% or 40% crit damage, it should give you 4% crit chance and 20% crit damage, you know, like a Low Blow and Savage Blow hybrid. And that could be your third crit charm, so you could go like triple crit charms in most hunting spots. Please tip soft. Ah! The potions, alright, I'm gonna start using some potions now. Because they do actually help a little bit, mostly with like staying alive. It's not that I need them that desperately for mana, but I do. The monsters do sometimes deal a little bit too damage, and I actually need to heal from the potion rather than the mana. But I still think that yeah, by the time I'm like level 1k and I'm doing even more damage than this, then 0 supplies without any praise will be possible here. Yes, I'm going to be making mage guides. I'm just finishing off my my monk stuff. I only have like 10 more videos for the monk, like some Feruseals, some Nosferatus, War Dragons, Boltors. And then I will be starting to come back to my mage guides. I did purchase sorcerer characters, so I will be primarily recording from sorcerer point of view. But I don't think matters that much, does it? We're doing almost 9. Interesting. We're doing like 9kk raw with just 1 damage prey. Decent. Today's boosted creature is not horrible. It's, isn't it one of the Otherworld, baby Otherworlds? I mean, not great. The peak raw experience I've seen here was 9.3. That was with double damage prey. Now I'm maintaining like somewhere between like 8.5 and 8.8 or something. I have charms on War Dragon and Dragonless. I don't have charms on the Mega Dragon, which is the ranged one. Those we are finishing today. Maybe we'll even finish them during this stream. We'll see. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's when a monster is boosted, then of course the respawn becomes better. And I suppose if you're in that level range where that respawn is okay-ish, then yeah, sure, by all means, make the most of it. All right, in 5 minutes or so, we're gonna have to switch to the other floor because somebody else has a booking from 3 p.m. European time for this spot. So we will be moving. Level 90 monk with 35. Oh, monk with 35 magic level and 90 fist. That's a very good starter monk. If that's level 8, that's gonna be a pretty fun character to play. It's the problem is though, the low level monks, you just don't feel that great because they're like single targets, just like an EK, right? An EK feels pretty bad until he gets a couple spells, and it's the same for the monk. On the monk, you know, at level 35 you get your first AoE ability and it gets better. Then at level 60 you get your second AoE ability and it gets better. At level 70 you get Chain Penance and it gets a lot better. So it's kind of, you just kind of need to wait for the spells, but if you have high skills, then of course that's going to make that even easier. Which mount is that? This is the new mount from the Bloody Tusks quest, so the Vlad something or other boss. Yeah, and it's customizable with your collars, so yeah, I think it's I don't know, I like it. I really like it. I did the quest day 1. I think it fits pretty nicely the theme overall. Little vampire bat. I don't know, I like it. Looks like the guy from that floor is leaving. So I may be able to just go up and have a look. Send him a message. We should leave in 1 minute. Do one more pull here and then see if we can go up. Okay, it's free. So let's do this pull and then we go into the upper floor for about 50 minutes or so. This is a really nice part of Nimmersatt as well, by the way, that the loot is pretty light. So I can really do like a multi-hour hunt here without having to refill. And it's not like I have to use like tons of supplies either, so... All right, we're going to reset the analyzer once we get up. All right, now I've got another 55 minutes or so before I have to finish. Let's just go up here. Any wishes for class rebalance? Hello, is better upper floor at your level? I don't think so. I think it doesn't make too much difference. I find the bottom floor is a little bit better because there's fewer mega dragons, which are a bit annoying. All right, let's reset and start from scratch on the upper floor. They're pretty similar actually. What I find quite strange is that on Nevia, the bottom floor, so the floor I just hunted, is like always taken. You know, the bookings open at 10 a.m. and 30 seconds later, it's like booked up for the whole day. You know, every time. And this place, the boss floor, is basically available for most of the day, every day, I find. So I don't really know why, because honestly, the results for me are very, very similar. So I don't know why people are so obsessed with the other one. Maybe because it's easier, and maybe because it's better for team hunts. But for me, at least, it's very nice to hunt either floor. So I'm happy that I can hunt here basically every day if I want to. And yeah, it's a little bit worse, but it's like, the thing is, this floor and the floor below are by far the 2 best respawns available for me. You know, like I can, you know, I'll do like 8.7 KK roll with no praise here and maybe like 8.3 on the other floor or whatever. And then the next respawn after that is like 7.5 or something, right? So they are by far the 2 best respawns. So I'll be happy hunting either floor. Apparently the Twitch stream died, and everyone's on. Oh, by the way, before I forget, my Sanguine Claws just run out of imbue. Let me reapply everything there. All right, back with the imbue on Sanguine Claws, and we're gonna reset the analyzer once more, by the way, because now I got distracted with what's happened with Twitch. All right, not sure what's happened. Twitch is dead. Strange. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until the Twitch stream comes back. Well, if anybody on YouTube is watching and would like to ask any questions, now is your chance. The Twitch people are unavailable. Not quite sure why the Twitch stream is dead. Twitch back. All right. I don't know what's happened there. I'm assuming all other streams on Twitch are okay. Is that right, Mimo? Have you checked any other streams? Or was it just on my end? Bizarre. I'm still going. No issues with the internet. Okay. I wonder if it was a Twitch-wide thing, or I don't know, maybe something with my streaming provider that I use for co-streaming. All right. Well, if Twitch is back, then I'm gonna focus now on hunting again. I got a bit distracted because of that. I don't exactly know what's happened there. Hate when something like that happens. It happens every now and then. It's very distracting. Okay. All right. Thanks, Bimo. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to finish the Mega Dragon Bestiary. So I have about 50 minutes and I need 308 of them. And I do about 300 per hour. So I'll probably be like 10 or 15 short or so. Siema, wrażliwy. Let me focus again. I've lost my focus. This was not the way to do that pull we've just done. Yeah, so this place is generally a little bit less experienced. With double damage spray, with double defense spray and 1 damage spray, yeah, we'll probably be hitting 8.5, maybe a little bit more, something like that. Which is a little worse than what we were doing on the floor below, but still very good, of course. Eight boxing? No. If I 8-box, it's because I make a mistake. Or I can see that there's a couple of monsters with like black health, and I'll be able to get out very quickly. But generally, it's never worth it to 8-box. Did you lose connection? No. I didn't. I don't know why the Twitch stream went down. No problem on my end. Internet was fine. Still hunting. So I'm not sure what happened there. It seems like it's fixed itself. Have you died? No, I haven't died. I mean, I had no issues with my internet. If people in the chat didn't say that the stream was dead, I wouldn't even know. I was just playing, talking. It's all fine on my end. I think there was some issue with maybe Twitch had some issue. I don't know. It happens. It's annoying, but it does happen sometimes. I promise that this is going to be the last, probably the last Nimmersatt Dragon stream until double experience. I think after this, we're going to be going bull tours for quite a while. We'll probably do a few bull tour streams as I optimize that and make the most of it. After that, we're going to be going back to Nosferatus. And after that, we'll probably be starting on the majors. And also, then it'll be double experience. And double experience, of course, I will come here on the monk to get a few levels. It'd be rude not to. Haven't had an avatar proc for a while. I think we probably due one. That's how statistics work. By the way, when the stream was down, you guys didn't catch it, but I ran out of my imbues at that point on the weapon, and I was like immediately out of mana. So, for the millionth time, I'm a huge fan of the Scrolls edition, the Imbuments and Scrolls. It's so much nicer now to deal with that when it runs out mid-hunt. Probably still my favorite feature of the summer update. I mean, not much competition, as there's not been that many good features coming out this summer update, but that one is a winner. Next, rings and necklaces. I wish you could. Honestly, I wish you could just like use silver tokens on them. Like that would be the easiest solution, right? What is the point of having an NPC to do it? Just make it so that you can recharge them with silver tokens, like how you can recharge a werewolf amulet, for example, with a moonlight crystal. Just add a counter to like how many silver tokens need to be put in it to recharge it, and then, you know, for example, for your primal quest ring, you have to use 5 silver tokens on it before it gets recharged, and job done. That's the really easy way to do it, and I swear that the implementation code would already exist in there as well. Just get rid of the NPC. There's no point for it. Although it would definitely make the prices of those rings and amulets go down a lot, like the Spirit Fawn and Alicorn and stuff, because loads of people have like 2 or 3 even right now. So if they change that, suddenly all those people would be dumping the excess rings and amulets. So the available supply would increase a lot. Hello, Gaines. I'm well. I'm pretty well. I having a quiet afternoon at work. Taking a couple of hours. We'll be going back to work for a meeting in like 40 minutes, and then working this evening. But yeah, overall pretty good. Weather in Wrocław, very nice today. And yeah, just finishing off my bestiary and Nimmersatt. We need 267 mega dragons before we'll be done with bestiary here, and then I'll be able to move on to my next respawn, which is Boltor's. I do actually have the Boltor's bestiary fully completed. The character that I bought to Rook to make the monk had actually Boltor's completed, and even had Animus on 2 out of 3 of them, so very convenient. We'll definitely be doing a lot of Boltor hunting after War Dragons, so that we can make some guides for it. And yeah, overall pretty good. Thank you. Why give us a glass half full with the scrolls? Well, the scrolls and the enchanting of the rings and amulets, it is a different mechanic, right? I understand that it's very similar for like the players, but I do understand from Tipsoft's perspective that it is basically a different type of feature, different code base. I don't think you could do it exactly the same, right? So, they got to have some features for the winter update. They love to withhold features and, dribble them out over multiple updates. So don't worry, we'll get it. We'll get it in this winter update or summer update next year. No problem. Looks like we're about to crack 8kk raw. Yeah, 12 minutes in. So yeah, it's also pretty good. This floor is also pretty good. Not as good. Not as good as the lower floor, but you know, it's still very nice. Yeah, here we go. 8.1. 8.2. Yeah. I think we'll probably even be able to, get 8.5 or so. Animus? Yeah, I have full Animus. Yeah. I did full Animus here, like level 400 or so. So that was fun. Doing a soul pit for these guys at level... I don't even know if I was 400, to be honest. Maybe I've been even lower than that. I knew I was going to hunt here for a long time. I mean, I expect this spot to be the best EXP spot. I actually don't know if there's even anything better. I guess like Quoras and Podzilla will eventually be better, but I think this is the best EXP spot until like level 1k minimum, right? So I'm going to be here a long time if I want to get some levels. So I prepared the Animus a long time ago, yes, basically. What do you expect from class rebalance? And would it be possible to combine chats from YouTube and Twitch? Unfortunately, it's against the Twitch's term of service to combine the chats. Definitely not on screen, unfortunately. So I try to read the YouTube chat when I can, but I'm not allowed to put it on the overlay. That's basically against the rules from Twitch. And with regards to the class rebalance, first of all, the class rebalance is just an expectation from the community. Like, it's never been confirmed that there is going to be anything anytime soon. Like, there were these brief mentions of like the ultimate healing runes and the double charm proc on the paladin that Sipsoft are looking at it, blah blah blah. But they've never like committed to anything, right? So I don't know that there is going to be a class rebalance. Not everybody expects so, and to be honest, I expect so as well. But just to manage expectations, it's not been confirmed, and it could just be a Tuesday patch where they make some changes, right? It might not even be like a major update type of deal. We don't know. And what are my expectations? So yeah, definitely my expectations are removal of somehow rework of the way Sorcerers team hunt with the ultimate healing runes. It's absurd. They need to get rid of that. I do expect changes to the double charm proc on the paladin. How they're going to do it, we'll see. They will need to give some power back to the paladin after they remove the double charm proc. Maybe there'll be like a new spell or something, which would be cool, so they don't have to use runes. I would really like that. For knights, I would expect some late game changes to allow them to hunt better solo, do more damage at a high level. So some way to damage monsters more reliably outside of the box, not to be limited by only the size of the box, so 8 monsters. What that is, don't know. And for the monk, I also expect some changes to move some of the power to higher level and make team hunting a little bit better. With the way the monk needs to be very... the monk has a problem with positioning for team hunting. Like other vocations, when you like running and kiting and stuff, they just throw in runes and diamond arrows, right? A paladin just throws diamond arrows, the mages just throw runes. the EK doesn't really matter what the EK does. He's just supposed to be a meat shield. But the monk, you know, the monk wants to be casting his spells, but his spells are not cast at target. They're cast in the direction that, well, wherever the monk is, which makes it tricky to land them effectively and do a lot of damage. So that's why the monk struggles. So they'll need to address that somehow if they want high-level monk to be good in team hunt, I think. Because the damage of the spells is fine. It's just that they can't reliably land them like the other vocations can. Because the other vocations just use runes mostly for like kiting and stuff, which the monk doesn't want to do. The monk wants to be casting spells. Again, how they solve that, I don't know. But those are changes along those lines is what I'm expecting. How would you make the best experience possible solo but not level fast anymore? Well, oh, are you saying that I'm not leveling as fast? It's because I'm not. First of all, I'm not playing that much. Like, I do not burn stamina even every day. I play at most 2 hours or so every day, EXP. So that naturally brings limits me. You know, if people burning stamina 3.5 hours every day, then that's almost twice as much as me. And second of all, this is like my third hunt at Nimmersatt. It's not like this is the soft place that I hunt all the time or anything. I do loads of bestiaries. I do loads of guides, right, for YouTube and stuff. So I am not hunting the best spots all the time by any means. It just so happens that I'm hunting the best spot right now because I want to do the bestiary here. Look, I don't even have the bestiary here, so I've really not hunted here all that much. I need a drink of water. I'm getting a sore throat from all the talking. Yeah, I'm not really in a race for like levels, you know, and I'm planning to go back to like making some mage content and stuff soon, and I'm planning to fill out like Tibia Pal hunting places with results from like low level EK and Paladin as well. So soon I'll be leveling even less. It's not that important to me. I'm not in a race to be like top 1 or anything. I never was. Did you do Soul War? No, I haven't done Soul War yet. I do think we'll do Soul War maybe in a couple of months or so. If my friend Anti-Druid still watching, I'm pretty sure I'll be doing it with their team. They've been practicing. There he is. There he is. He's still planning to do some Soul War runs in some months. I volunteer as tribute. Not like you can be top 1. Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing. This is why I never bothered with like top 1. I never even thought about it because I knew that there would be someone like Bizong, right? Like insane rats and dedication and stuff and teams of people working for it. So I knew there was no hope. So I never really bothered. I focused more on content creation side of the monk, which I think for me is both more fun and, you know, more useful for growth and streaming numbers and stuff. So I don't think it makes much difference if I'm level 628 or level 728, right? It's still basically the same from the viewer's perspective. I can still record all the same videos, so there's no real harm by not racing as much. I focus on getting the monk nerfed. Yeah, that's one. One way of looking at it. Grushka with a prime sub. Thank you. Thank you, Grushka. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. What spell do you recommend using when killing bosses solo as a monk? I have a little YouTube short called Monk Single Target Rotation. And I have that broken down there exactly. I think it's probably easier if you just search for that than me trying to explain it on a stream. But yeah, it's pretty simple, I think. It's not that different from your regular rotation, really. You just kind of replace a flurry of blows with a single target spell like Devastating Knockout, I think is the 50-second one, and sometimes the Mystic Repulse, the ranged single target ability. The focus spell is really good. Yeah, well, in the video, I spoke about the rotation. I don't consider the focus spells part of the rotation because of the long cooldown. But yes, I mean, absolutely, you're right. The focus spells do really work well for bossing. Because even if you don't have your spiritual outburst, you can still actually make use of focus harmony very well while bossing. And yes, I use focus harmony a lot. And actually with the new mini bosses, that are part of the book quest, it's actually really good to use focus harmony and focus serenity at those bosses, because it sometimes lets you more often lets you do the mechanic just once, right, and then kill off the boss really quick. So yes, it is very good to use those, but those don't really alter the rotation, I'd say. They just let you use the spenders more often. What do you think of Greater Tiger spell thing? I don't know if somebody's run the numbers. My inherent feeling is that it's not going to be better. I mean, maybe, but I think, you know, giving up your better items for a little boost to Greater Tiger Clash, I don't think it's going to be worth it. I said as much in the summer update feedback thread. I personally don't think that spell is very useful. Like, I think there's a level range where maybe it makes sense, right? If you're like level 300 or so. But I think by the time you're level 500 and you have the Sanguine Trousers, you would never use their Nosferatu stuff for their single target bonus. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was a nice little Transcendence proc. When I look at your stream and see what you are doing, in my opinion, the Mon gets weakened, it will be your fault. What a ridiculous thing to say. What a ridiculous thing to say. I have to believe that people are rage baiting when they say like this. Blaming the player for playing too well. I have never ever come across this kind of take outside of Tibia, by the way. I have never heard of people like blaming, I don't know, League of Legends or Dota players for playing the champion too well and then getting nerfed. Like, how is that? How is that the player's fault or business? They just playing the damn game, dude. It's the developer's responsibility to ensure balance, and making the most out of a particular character or mechanic in the game is not the player's fault. It's kind of the point to figure out how to do whatever's possible. Oh, dude. You know what they say? No publicity is bad publicity, right? So I disregard. I disagree with the notion that it's my fault, but it does. It's kind of make me laugh and stroke my ego quite a lot when people say that. So I'm not angry when people say it. I just think it's kind of stupid, and I don't think it's. I think it's, you know, it's on the developer. It's not on the players. If Tipsoft has a non-existent QA team, it's their fault. One tricks of Belvac skew their win rate. Okay, oh, that's fine though, right? But still, that's still. I don't know that this proves my point though, right? Balancing around players is fine. That's basically balancing around what the character is capable of. But it's still not like you still wouldn't find. I don't think in League of Legends then people would be like blaming the one tricks for being too good at Belveth, right? I think that's a balancing decision that Tipsoft has made, but it's not like there's an anger in the community at the Belveth players that they're too good at it, too good at her, right? I mean, it's kind of the point to be good at her, to be good at what you play, and presenting that in a negative light, like you're just too good at this character. God, unironically, it's your fault, and you should start playing badly. Like that is, I don't know. To me, that is just such an insane, such an insane take that I just can't. I can't actually take it seriously. He mentioned league champs aren't nerfed because of players. No. League champs definitely are nerfed because of players. I mean, they balanced around what players can do with them, obviously. What I meant, I don't know, I don't remember my exact phrasing, but what I definitely meant to say is that the community does not blame the players who are too good at a champion for the possible nerf, right? That's kind of more my point, right? It's not the player's fault that the champion is nerfed, right? Because they're so good at it. The point is that the developer made the champion too strong, and the players are just playing and making the most of it, and that's fine. Nobody's blaming the player for it, but of course it is ultimately what the champion or a vocation in this case can do. That's the problem. I don't know, dude. It's a strange topic. I'm level 200. What do you think is the ideal minimum best fighting level? I don't know. I don't think there's like a minimum. 90, 95. You should probably aim to have like 90, 95 or so. Anyway, it's your fault. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm glad we got that. I'm glad we got that sorted. Oh, dude. Yes, exactly. I don't hate people saying it, Mimo, because again, yeah, it is ego stroking big time. But I do think it's just a bit of a stupid argument. You know, like if Paladin gets nerfed, you know, it's not Mazarin's fault that he's so good at it and that he plays and showcasing crazy stuff, right? It's the Paladin's fault and the bad balancing's fault. That's my point. Everybody in the game can do the exactly same thing with the vocation. There's no special code that makes me play better. If you start MS content, they start nerfing. Well, I don't think so, because I have to say, right, I don't think I'm going to be a terribly good sorcerer. I think, if anything, the sorcerer content will be good because it'll be bad, kind of deal. I really don't think I'm going to be that good at the sorcerer. We'll see. We'll find out. I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't learn, but I've never played much mages and I've never enjoyed the playstyle too much. So I don't think there's going to be any mage nerfs because I start playing sorcerer. I wouldn't worry about that. What time is it where you live? It's currently 3:30 p.m. 15:36. Use a 24-hour clock. Now we're almost doing 8.5 kk raw again. Oh, and I forgot about my boost again. God damn it. It's been like 30 minutes since my boost ran out and I forgot. I've still got 20 minutes or so. Let's keep popping that boost. I've been real inefficient with the boost today. I'll have to hunt another 40 minutes this evening, I guess. You run it down. Exactly, Grushka, exactly. When I start playing sorcerer, you'll all realize that I'm a fraud. I'm actually a fraudulent Tibia player. And it's just because the monk is so strong that I'm able to do any good numbers. When you put me in a real vocation, I'll struggle.
Now listening to Drome. Player 1 has entered the game. I'm Swaglord, your personal assistant. Please press start to begin. Mod your friends to like dubstep. Mod your friends to come to praise. Mod your friends to come to kingdom. System failure. Mod your friends to buy you food. Mod your friends to buy you clothes. Mod your friends to come to the beach. Add modifications to
150 mega dragons left, so I'll definitely try to finish that today. Yeah, and then I'll just have to come here again a couple of times to actually record a guide without praise for YouTube, and then I probably won't be coming here again until the double experience, which is only a couple of weeks away now, right? Is it like the 6th of September or something? The 5th of September, right? I think 5th of September is the Friday. Bro, what do you prefer now, monk or paladin? Monk or paladin? I always prefer monk. I never liked paladin very much. I'm not much of a paladin player, actually. I obviously previously, before the monk, I played the paladin, but that's not because I considered myself a paladin player or anything. It was just the vocation for which I was doing the content at the time. I'm actually more of an EK player, personally, I would say. So I prefer monk for sure to paladin. As long as you need to use runes on paladin, I'm not going to enjoy it very much. I don't like using runes in a auto attack heavy vocation because it's awkward with the way item usage blocks actions in Tibia. I don't like it, so I would like that changed. Again, I don't like mechanics in games which feel bad rather than feel good. It feels very bad to block your diamond arrow attack because you're trying to cast a rune. Of course, it's a skill issue, blah, blah. Yes, I know, whatever, but I still don't like it. You didn't put your loot button on your guide. Please help me. I think I recorded the guide before the loot button was a thing, hence why I didn't. I use it on F5 now. I use it on F5, which is my 5 button on my mouse. Very convenient, I find, and whatever I had on there, I remapped somewhere else. You think monk is the best vocation? I didn't say best or worst. I said you asked about my preferences. Monk is by far the vocation I prefer and like to play. It's irrelevant of the power level. But the monk is probably the strongest solo vocation for a large part of the game. But only once you start hitting very high levels where other vocations, namely paladin, is better. You don't like F5? I really like F5. That's where my thumb rests on my mouse. But it's very convenient to basically just be spamming it all the time. I love F5 for the loot button. Is multi-click mouse really worth it? I'm not sure I'll be able to click those small buttons correctly. Oh boy, it's an absolute game changer in Tibia. I honestly cannot imagine playing Tibia without it, dude. Oh my god, it's like training weights will come off when you get a proper mouse. And yeah, you do get used to it for sure. First few days, if you've never used a mouse like that, maybe it'll take a little getting used to, but definitely, dude. I promise you, it's very nice. Foot pedal from mana potions. Yeah, loads of people love talking about it in my Discord. I don't know. To me, it just feels too much. You know, I see the merit. Maybe if I didn't have little kids, I would consider it. But I just know that my kids would be like pressing it and spamming it, and it would be broken after 2 weeks anyway. But still, like taking up so much space under the table with a foot pedal for Tibia, I don't know, it seems too much to me. I'd rather Tipsoft address this issue by fixing the way resource management works on an EK, because what it is now is absurd. But hey, that's also what I'd like to see fixed in Vocation Rebalance somehow. The fact that the knight, the melee physical sort of vocation, uses the most mana potions is very, very silly. What is your mouse? Corsair Scimitar. I use Corsair Scimitar as well. Got to finish in about 10 minutes, by the way. 8.5 KK raw. So he's still doing 8.5 with just one damage prey. That's pretty good. And this is technically the worst floor as well, right? I do prefer the other floor with fewer Mega Dragons for sure. What key do you bind for auto loot? Yeah, F5. So it's the 5 on the mouse. Right on my gaming mouse, I use the 5 button, which is basically like the middle button for me. That's where I rest my thumb. So I just use the thumb for pressing the loot button. I don't know. For me, it works very nicely. As a level 50 monk, should I invest in imbuements or equipment without level restrictions? Well, the equipment should be very cheap, whereas the imbuements are pretty expensive. So I feel like if you can't afford the best equipment at that level, you probably have nothing to even think about imbuements. Powerful imbuements cost like 600k each, and you probably own like 5 of those, which is like 3kk. Whereas your equipment costs like a fraction of that. Do you use control to turn your character? Yes, I use control to turn my character. I also have that setting enabled where if you turn into a monster, you turn that way as well. I don't use that very much. It's kind of hard to really make that work in some useful scenarios. But sometimes when I'm like wall boxed and I want to kind of change direction, then I'll sort of rely on that sometimes, but not too useful. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about a setting too much. It's somewhere there, but it's not really that impactful. I wouldn't worry about it. Just means if you walk into a wall or a monster or whatever, it will just turn you in that direction, even if your character doesn't move into that SQM. So it's technically a little bit helpful, but you can't use it while like kiting and moving around anyway. It's not that kind of mechanic. Oh, level 629. There we go. Very nice. Maybe we'll hit 630 later today. Probably not. Probably not. How many days till double? What is day today? It's Wednesday today, right? So 16 days till double. I will probably hit maybe 650 before double. Maybe 600. We'll see. Yeah, maybe 650 before double. Then during double, we'll probably do like 5 levels a day. So yeah, we'll probably hit 665 by the end of double. Yeah, progress. 700 during double. No. No, Mimo. That's very optimistic, but I really don't play that much. And to be honest, once I finish the dragons today, I probably won't be coming back here for a while. So maybe I won't even hit 650 before double. Maybe more like 645. We can do one more lap real quick, and then we're gonna finish. Yes, Virtue of Harmony is currently the only good choice really for solo hunting. After the changes that we've seen, the most recent couple of nerfs, I think Virtue of Justice is not really very good for solo hunting anymore. It's still okay for bossing, but for solo hunting, you want to be using Virtue of Harmony. And what skill you want? Around level 200? I don't think the skill of the character matters as much as the skill of the player. That's definitely more important. But somewhere around 100 fist. I think I had around 100 fist, around level 200 or so. Obviously, we've been nerfed many times since then. But yeah, I think somewhere in the ballpark of like 100 fist and about 35 magic level is what you should be aiming for. Did you nerf experience per hour on Tibia Palp all the monk videos? Yes, I've nerfed them like 4 times. Yes, every time there's a nerf, every time there's a nerf, I go into Tibia Pal and I lower every video by like 100 to 200k raw, so people don't complain. So yes, so I can't go and update videos retroactively, obviously, but I can update Tibia Pal, so I do try and keep it updated. I think where are we? I'm gonna change the lap a little bit because I need to finish in a couple minutes. So let's, instead of going south from here, we're gonna go to the right for a smaller pull here. Anyone know how to make it so that your character turns to the mob creatures as he explained earlier? Can't find the setting. Let me just finish this pull, and we're gonna run down because I need to finish anyway. And I'll try to find the setting real quick. Alright. And then we're gonna find somebody to raid. I do have to log out real quick. Not sure now when the next stream will be, by the way. I was planning to do a stream this evening, but I guess now that we've managed to fit in an afternoon stream, I'll probably not do one this evening. So maybe next one we'll do either like Friday or Saturday night. Probably Saturday night. We'll see. We'll see. The next stream I expect will be Bull Tours, by the way. I really want to try Bull Tours, so I'll probably do that. So if you're interested in Bull Tours, that's probably going to be the next stream. All right, so quickly, settings. Where's that option that I talked about? Let's have a quick look. Settings, interface, console, HUD controls. There we go. Always turn towards the direction of movement. It's in the controls one. When checked, the character will always turn in the direction it tries to walk, even if it targets a tile that cannot be walked on. There you go. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to go real quick. Let me find somebody real quick to raid, and we're gonna finish. Have a look. Who's streaming now? Is Fiery streaming? Spa is streaming. Spa is streaming. Fiery streaming. I guess we have to go to Spa, right? I do like Spa, and he hasn't been streaming for a long time, and he's back. So we're going to go to Spa. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, love you all so much. Let's go say hello to Spa. My next stream, probably, I would say Saturday evening is probably when it's going to be. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.